starting off with the main event because honestly, there is 3 main events that's gonna be at Night of Champions. That's right, not 1, not 2, not 3. Sorry, not 1, not 2, but 3 main event matches at Night of Champions in Saudi. And I am excited, I am hyped, and I'm looking forward to everything that WWE has to bring. Starting with the first match we got on the list, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. And honestly, how obviously Brock Lesnar's getting it back in blood because obviously he lost in Puerto Rico to Cody Rhodes in a controversial roll up pin. And obviously, now that obviously even Cody Rhodes got the first W, I hope this is their last match, honestly, and then they can move on to something, or it's going to be probably a best out of 3, or it's going to be all 3 matches. I don't really know. But on last week on Monday Night Raw, obviously, Brock did Cody dirty as hell and F5'd him through a table and said, Night of Champions, me versus you, one-on-one again. And like yesterday on Monday Night Raw, nothing changed. Just Brock brutalizing the fuck out of Cody Rhodes and probably potentially broke his arm before their main event match at Night of Champions. Cause they literally put this, I forgot what type of lock this man or what type of submission lock Brock Lesnar has. But he put him in his signature submission lock or submission hold and possibly broke his arm. Like, obviously, if you saw moments, in the beginning of the show, Cody didn't even fully walk into the arena, didn't even get none of his gear on or nothing, just completely got brutalized. Brock Lesnar threw this man into chairs, threw this man into ladders, threw this man onto like a whole like gate, and basically probably fractured his fucking fingers and shit. Probably broke his fucking like all his fingers, and then in the ring, literally did more damage to him, and potentially broke this man's arm. Literally, probably broke this man's arm going into Night of Champions. So, and honestly, I don't know how this shit's gonna play out. I really don't, because if we gotta see another shit where Cody Rhodes gonna be out for another fucking 6 to 8 months, like they did at Hell in a Cell when he had a torn pec and faced Seth Rollins inside a Hell in a Cell, which was very fucking impressive, by the way, going back to that match. So I don't know if they're gonna have him going into this match with a broken arm and having him win this match and beating Brock Lesnar. Honestly, they should have this match into a no holds bar, because since Brock is getting brutal, you might as well have no rules in this match. None. No rules, and put it as a no holds bar match, or a Hell in a Cell match, or a Falls Count Anywheres match, or a Last Man Standing match. Just let them brutalize and beat the living shit out of each other, man. Because if this is what Brock doing to get his lick back, to make his statement be known, honestly, get it back in blood, my dude. Get it back in blood. Because at this point, this is what we're gonna do. This is exactly what's gonna happen. Make it into one of those stipulations, like I said, and let Cody get it back in blood. Let Cody get it back in blood, and let Cody do more damage than what he did at Backlash in Puerto Rico, because that a little bit damage was just a sliver of what Cody is capable of. Just like what he did to Seth Rollins at Backlash, at Hell in a Cell a year ago. Give him that same opportunity to what he did to Seth Rollins, so that he can do the same shit, if not far more worse, to Brock fucking Lesnar. Just let it happen. Just let it happen, WWE. Let it happen, Triple H. Next match we got on the list is the second main event match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles, where the head of the table, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, and the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa, with sneaky ass Paul Heyman, the Advocate, in the back, going against Sami Zayn, the loving, second overall babyface of the WWE, Sami Zayn, versus his partner in crime, best friend, family member, all around best homeboy of all time, KO Kevin Owens. And I know, yes, this right now, this is kind of like a whole meme. Roman Reigns, four belt Roman, you know, WWE champion, Universal champion, and probably potential Raw and SmackDown tag team champion along with Solo Sikoa. And as much as I know this match is going to be a banger on this list, Roman does not need four fucking titles. He doesn't need it. Like I said in my last episode, if this man wins these titles, man, this nigga is now Thanos of WWE. Like I said in my previous episode, if he wins four fucking titles, bro, he is now officially called Thanos of WWE. Cause now, like, look, he's already undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Now you're gonna make him an undisputed WWE Tag Team Champion? Fuck no, bro. And what you gonna need next? You want him to have become United States and then IC? No. We're not doing that. As much as I love Roman, as much as I love Solo Sikoa, and as much as I love Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, Sami and Kevin is gonna retain. Obviously, I know Sami and Kevin Owens is going to retain at Night of Champions. Why? Because I know the Usos is going to cause Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns them titles at Night of Champions. And obviously, I think that's where Roman's going to draw the line with the Usos and probably just kick them out for good. Either Solo's going to Samoan spike both of their asses, or I don't even know what the fuck's going to happen, honestly, at Night of Champions. I really don't know. But all I know is that Sami and KO is going to retain the undisputed tag team titles. Simple. It's simple. Next one we got on the list, the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles in the third main event match of the night. Of that night, I should say. And these are two wonderful competitors, wonderful champions, former world champions. AJ Styles, a former WWE champion. And then my boy Seth freaking Rollins, a former Universal and WWE champion. Two big time superstars that haven't won gold in a long time. Rollins will not haven't became world champion 4 years. AJ Styles hasn't been champion for like maybe 6+ years, and it's about time that one of these two hold the world title, honestly, because this can go just like with Cody and Roman at WrestleMania 39. This match at Night of Champions can go either way, man. This is 50-50 right now. Seth Rollins can be, world heavyweight champion, which is that's what everybody's going for. Or you can do the audible twist and have AJ Styles become world heavyweight champion. Either way, this match will be crazy insane. It's going to be hella insane. I can see WWE either picking one of these two to be world champion because honestly, both of them deserve it. I know it's been a minute for both of them that they have held world title gold in a long ass time between the both. But honestly, I'm fine with whoever wins this title. I really am. As much as I love Seth Rollins to win this, I also want AJ Styles to win this title, man. Because it's been a minute since we've seen AJ Styles at the top of WWE. Same with Seth Rollins. It's been a minute since we've seen him at the top of WWE too, man. His last title run for Seth Rollins was legit 2019 when he became a 2-time Universal Champion. And that's the last time we've seen this man hold universal, championship gold, world title gold. And then with AJ Styles, last time we seen him was 2017 to hold world title gold. So honestly, I'm fine whoever wins this match, man. It's a 50-50 match. A lot of people can say AJ Styles. A lot of people say Seth Rollins. But honestly, it's anything goes at this point for me, bro. Because I am fine. I am down to whoever wins this match, honestly. All I know is going to be a banger of a match. I know this should probably be the main event match out of all three of them, but I know that it's gonna be a banger, bro. I'm just excited to see whoever wins this title. Like, oh God. Next match we go on the list: Bianca Belair versus Asuka in a WrestleMania rematch for the Raw Women's Championship. And I already know that I feel like right now, since obviously Bianca Belair is the reigning defending Raw Women's Champion and has beaten Becky Lynch's title, I know that even though Bianca Belair beat Becky Lynch's Raw Women's title reign, I now know that that Triple H is basically have her become the world's longest like women's champion of all time, because right now she is hasn't even dropped the belt once. She's retained in all her matches, and honestly, she's going after Trish Stratus' title reign. Honestly, and I know at some point, at somewhere down the line in probably the next couple months or so, maybe like I give it maybe about like the next 2.5 months, that obviously there's gonna be a title match between Trish Stratus and Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship, because Trish Stratus has the longest reigning women's title reign of all time, and Bianca is slowly creeping up to her title reign. So I know somewhere down the line, obviously, because I know that Asuka's gonna lose. I know that Bianca's gonna beat Asuka and retain her title at Night of Champions. It's gonna be obvious, unless Triple H booking, he does something and said, nah, we're gonna have Asuka be champion now. But unless that happens, I don't see Bianca Belair dropping that title anytime soon. Until maybe she after beats Trish Stratus' all-time record. But for right now, I know that Bianca's going to retain. I feel like Bianca's going to retain. And I know that, she's going to become the longest women's champion of all time. And it's going to happen. As much as I don't want to see this match again, so I know Asuka wants to get it back in blood to get, to become Raw Women's Champion. Like I said before WrestleMania, she don't need the title. Bianca needs this title more than Asuka does, hands down. And this is going to stay on Bianca until she decides to drop the title. Like, oh God. Next match we have on the list is the Intercontinental Championship on the line. The Ring General Gunther versus the underdog of the WWE, Mustafa Ali. And this, I already know that as much as I want to see Mustafa Ali get pushed like hella hard, because let's face it, man. Money like that time when Brock Lesnar won the Money in the Bank, that should have been fucking Mustafa that time. Mustafa Ali should have won the Money in the Bank, and honestly, now that like we're kind of in a way like WWE's kind of retelling that story, like, yo, Mustafa Ali is now getting the push that he deserves. He does. Like, I like that they're now acknowledging Mustafa Ali, because this man has been the underdog for fucking years. Ever since that slip up at Money in the Bank, I think Money in the Bank 2019, when Mustafa Ali was on that ladder about to grab that Money in the Bank contract briefcase, and then all you hear is Brock Lesnar's and then at that point, Mustafa should have just grabbed that shit quick, let go, and ran out the arena with that Money in the Bank briefcase. But nah, they wanted to see Mustafa Ali buried by Brock Lesnar, who was not even in the match, was not even supposed to be in this match, just showed up, threw Mustafa Ali out of the ring, literally tossed his ass off the ladder, and he climbed up to the ladder and he won the briefcase. Didn't qualify, wasn't even in the match, just ran through Mustafa Ali out the ring, and he became Mr. Money in the Bank. And at that moment, when Mustafa Ali was supposed to get that big push, they just buried this man until now, which I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm really glad now that they're acknowledging Mustafa Ali. So I, even though I know that he's not gonna win this match, obviously, because you're going against the longest reigning IC champion of all time, Gunther. So the leader of Imperium. I know that Mustafa Ali is not. It's probably not even gonna come close to winning this match at all. But I know he's gonna try a hell of a long time to try to get that title off of Gunther. Even though it's kind of set up from the beginning that this man was is basically going to lose this match by far because honestly, as much as I love Mustafa Ali, as much as I love that they're redeveloping his character and everything, I just 100% know that it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to fucking happen whatsoever. But I know it's going to be a good try. It's going to be a really good try for Mustafa Ali. But I know that in this match, it's going to be the ring general Gunther just going to retain his title. Like real talk, it's going to happen. And then the next match we got on the list, and probably the potential next match that will be on this card, is Natalya versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which I feel like it's I know it's gonna happen. Obviously, it's gonna fucking happen. And I know this is not really the first match on SmackDown you want to start your reign off of. Even though technically, Selena Vega was uh your first, SmackDown women's, championship, it started your run started off with Zelina. That's what I'm trying to say. Her run basically started off with Zelina Vega. And like just and that was a good match, even though Zelina got fucking stomped on like hella hard and lost hella hard. Natalia for your next opponent. I don't think that's a good idea. I really don't think that's a good idea at all. I wouldn't really. I was like Natalia's a good wrestler, yes, but she hasn't been like, oh, like I am definitely need to turn into Natalia. She is A1 S tier superstar. No, no, no. As much as I will say this, Natalia's a good like divas or women's wrestler, but she is not a wrestler I would just tune in to be like, oh, what does Natalia has planned next? Like I'm down to see what she has planned. No, no. And every time it's like Natalia in the picture, like for example, Natalia versus Ronda Rousey at last year's Money in the Bank. That shit was garbage, bro. That match was straight up dog doo doo. Like to see Liv Morgan cash in and become, SmackDown Women's Champion was a blessing, and honestly, it made up for Natalia losing or that entire match with Natalia versus Ronda Rousey. That match made up for that win for Liv Morgan made up for that entire match with Natalia versus Ronda. Like on God. And I know that Rhea Ripley is going to retain, obviously from the help from the fucking Judgment Day with distractions and with shit. Unless she wins clean, which more likely she's probably going to win clean anyway with this match. But I know that as much as yes, I've seen Natalya as SmackDown Women's Champion. We've seen her Raw Women's Champion. Plus, we've seen her at Women's Tag Team Champion, and all of them were like all right. All of them are probably like B tier, like C tier, maybe B tier. But I don't want to see Natalya become SmackDown Women's Champion again. It's not that she's not. It's not that she's not good, but she just doesn't get me like, oh, I'm like down to see whatever they have planned next. For no, I'm just telling the truth. I know that Rhea Ripley is gonna definitely smash the fuck out of like Natalya when it comes to Night Champions. I just know it. And the last match we got on the list that was confirmed on Monday Night Raw: Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. And this match I am looking forward to more than Natalya and Rhea Ripley. And I know that in this match, obviously Becky's going to give her A game, Trish is going to give her A game. And I'm just excited to see what happens. I am 100% excited to see what happens in this match because obviously we have, the modern day, the man, Becky Lynch versus, the country, Hall of Famer Trish Stratus, and we're gonna see the powerhouse of the women's division versus the classic Hall of Famer Trish Stratus, and obviously this is going to be like I would say for the women, it's going to be the match of the night for the women, not overall the entire pay per view, just for the women alone. Because I know, like Rhea versus Natalia is going to be mediocre, but I know that Trish versus Becky is going to be the goated women's match of the night. Oh God. I know that Becky, like I said, Becky is gonna probably just end up destroying the fuck out of Trish Stratus, and I feel like in this match, Lita will probably come back and screw the fuck over Trish Stratus so Becky can get the win because I know that's gonna happen. And I heard on top of that that this rivalry is gonna go on between Night of Champions, SummerSlam, and Money in the Bank as well too. So we're just going to see what happens with their rivalry, with their feud, and everything, and see what happens later on down the road with them. But I know that this match will be a really great match because Becky is the man, and she's done some crazier shit than this, and I'm down to see her whoop a fucking Hall of Famer's ass. Like, oh God. But that's all my predictions and my opinions for Night of Champions. Like I said, Night of Champions is this Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Western Time. I am excited for Night of Champions. I am excited there's going to be a lot like Saudi Arabia. And I am excited that we're going to have a three match main event, a triple main event. And I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hyped for it. And I can't wait to see each and every match on this list at Night of Champions.